If you're a business owner and you've already bought an AI receptionist or you're about to, this video is going to save you money, possibly a lot of it. My name is Badr. I build enterprise-grade AI voice systems, and today I'm not telling you anything, but I'm going to walk you through the data, the real numbers on what's actually happening with AI receptionists in 2026, what the platforms don't tell you before you sign in, and what it actually costs when things go wrong. So 3 numbers before we start. 40% of AI projects fail or get cancelled, not because the technology doesn't work, but because it was built wrong. 67 billion was lost globally to AI errors in 2024 alone, and 45% of businesses that deployed AI said it didn't meet the promises made during the sale. So let's get into it. Here are the 5 things every AI receptionist platform will tell you, and here is what's actually happened. Setup in minutes, no code needed. Reality, weeks of setup, prompt engineering, testing edge cases, and it still breaks on questions it wasn't prepared for. The second point is handling all your calls 24/7. Reality, there is loops on off script questions, fails silently, and sometimes just abandons the caller mid-sentence. The third point is the HIPAA compliant and fully secure. Reality, limited business associate agreement, shared infrastructure with other clients, vague data ownership terms buried in the contract. They promise also seamless CRM integration. Reality, Zapier dependencies that break without warning and lose your lead data with no one noticing until you do your audit. Human-like conversations, reality, robotic pauses, wrong answer delivered with full confidence, and the caller who hangs up and leave you 1-star review. Gartner predicts 40% of AI agent projects will be cancelled by 2027, not because AI doesn't work, because it was built wrong by platform prioritizing sales over delivery. Beyond the broken promises, there are 3 dangers that most business owners never see coming until it's too late. First, the AI hallucination. Your AI will at some point confidently tell a caller the wrong price, the wrong hours, or the wrong availability with zero hesitation. MIT research found that AI is 34% more confident when it's wrong than when it's right. That confidence is exactly what creates liability. 67 billion was lost globally to AI errors in 2024. Second, data and privacy risk. Every call your AI receptionist takes captures voice data, personal information, sometimes medical or financial details. Most platforms store this on shared infrastructure. Your client data sits in the same database as other customers, potentially including your competitors. And if the platform gets acquired, which happens, your data goes with the deal. The terms allow it. Third, legal exposure. This is the one that can end up businesses. So, no AI disclosure at call start, illegal in California, Utah, and under FCC rules since 2024. No TCPA written consent, 1,500 per call in fines. No HIPAA business associate agreement, violation starts at 100 per record. You don't need to break the law intentionally, you just need to know about it. Now moving on to the problem that costs you money quietly, every single day, even when nothing is technically broken. Human natural conversation has a response window of 2 to 500 milliseconds. Above that, the pause feels wrong. It feels like something is loading. Caller feels it even if they can't name it. So looking at real world numbers, Colium delivers it under 400 milliseconds. Most of competitors in our space, you can name them, are running anywhere from 650 to 1200 milliseconds based on publicly available benchmarks. Above 800 milliseconds, caller consciously registered that they are talking to a robot. What does that do to your business? Abandonment rate spikes above 25% with poor latency. That's 1 in 4 inbound calls. People who called you, gave you their attention, and hang up because the AI felt broken. 80% of Americans already suspect they are talking to AI. A slow experience confirms it. They don't call back, they don't blame the platform, they will blame your business. That's the Google review that costs you your future customers. This is the slide I want every business owner to pay attention to. because this is where it gets serious. TCPA, the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, the FCC ruled in 2024 that the AI generated voices are artificial voices under the law. That means you need to written consent before every call. You need to disclose that the caller is speaking with an AI. 1500 per violation. If you run a campaign of 10,000 calls without compliance, that's a potential 15 million liability. California SB 942, effective in 2024. You must disclose AI to callers in California. 7,500 per valuation, no grace period. Illinois BIPA. Voice data is legally classified as biometric data in Illinois. Collection it without consent, 5,000 per person per violation. HIPAA compliance on a website does not mean a signed business associate agreement and certified infrastructure. Average breach cost 9.7 million. GDPR, same apply. 20 million fine or 4% of global annual revenue. So the bottom line, you don't need to break the law intentionally. You just don't need to use a platform that hasn't built compliance and mostly haven't. Now, let's talk about the actual money. A mid-sized business recently spent 38K in year one on a platform that was advertised at 29 per month. Here's where the money went. Platform fees. 29 per month become 3K to 8K per year once you're on a plan that actually supports your call volume. Integration work. They promised free and easy. It was 2K to 5K of engineering. Compliance add-ons, 10K to 15K for the security and legal layer that not in the base plan. And the failed deployment costs, 40% of projects are paid for and never go live. And that's before any compliance fines. The hidden cost nobody mentions, overage charges when calls spike, re-engineering costs when templates break at a scale, lost revenue from abandoned calls, and legal fees if TCPA violation surfaces during an audit. So what does a properly built AI voice system actually looks like? Sub 400 millisecond response, parallel streaming architecture, ASR, LLM, and text-to-speech running simultaneously. Colors never feel the pause. Zero hallucination design, RAGs, means the AI only answers from verified, updated business data, it never guesses. Smart human escalation, when the caller is frustrated or urgent, the AI recognizes it and hands off to a human with full context. The caller doesn't repeat themselves. Full compliance built in, HIPAA, TCPA, AI disclosure, GDPR, automated from day one, not added after a lawyer call. Dedicated infrastructure, your data isolated, separate server, separate database, separate encryption key, no shared pools. Managed and monitors, not a template you buy and hope it works. It will only be built for your business, monitored with alerts, updated as you grow. The next video go deep on exactly how this is built, the actual NHN flow, the architecture, the compliance layer, so follow so you don't miss it. The next video goes deep on exactly how this is built, the actual NHN flow, the architecture, the compliance layer, follow so you don't miss it. Before you go, one question. Is your current AI system actually protecting your business? Or is it one audit, one complaint, or one bad week away from costing you far more than it saved? 3 things you can do right now. 1. Follow and subscribe. The next videos will cover exactly how to audit and fix every problem I talk about today. 2. Comment below. Tell me what platform you're currently using or evaluating. 3. If you need this done right, that's what I do. Book a free audit at collium.co. We will look at your current setup and tell you honestly what the right path is. See you in the next one.